From warm-blooded fish and swollen sharks to giant marlins and massive mantas, here are 14 of the most amazing fish ever caught. Number 14. Great Greenland Catch. Greenland sharks are known for having lifespans that could approach 500 years. Maybe part of that longevity is due to their environment. They prefer the deep, cold waters of the North Atlantic and Arctic Oceans. That means humans don't often encounter them. So when an angler has a chance to land one of these sharks, it's a rare opportunity. Joel Abrahamson had such an opportunity in 2015 off the Norway coast. But a big twist is that he managed to reel in the beast from a kayak. Joel and the 13-foot, 4-meter animal fought each other for at least 90 minutes while he was strapped into his harness. He later said he practiced for the encounter by going to a lake and reeling in concrete blocks that weighed 60 pounds each. That training must have helped him finally capture the shark. Researchers later calculated its weight at 1,247 pounds, that's 566 kilograms. That qualified as a world record. But it's unofficial because the animal's weight wasn't recorded on a certified scale. Such a procedure could have killed it, and Greenland sharks are protected from commercial fishing. Mr. Abrahamson later released it back into the freezing waters. Number 13. Massive manta ray. Giant oceanic manta rays are the largest types of rays in the world. They're found globally, mostly in tropical and subtropical waters. They can attain weights of 6,600 pounds, 3,000 kilograms, and can have a disc that measures up to 23 feet, 7 meters. But in 2015, fishermen in Peru caught a specimen with a disc that measured a staggering 26 feet, or 8 meters. It wasn't the heaviest specimen, at about 2,200 pounds, 1,000 kilograms. Even so, the fish was big enough that it wouldn't even fit onto the fishing vessel. As it turned out, they really did need a bigger boat. Number 12. Swell shark. When some fishermen off the coast of Mexico pulled in a pink, puffy creature that had an alien appearance, they nicknamed it the alien shark. Since they couldn't identify it, they decided to return the animal to the water in case it was endangered. Experts later confirmed the animal as an albino swell shark. The animals get their name because of their unique way of deterring predators. Upon feeling threatened, they'll swallow water or air to expand their body to twice its normal size. That makes it more difficult for a predator to bite or dislodge them. For the record, swell sharks are not currently listed as an endangered species, but it's still cool that the fishermen returned their rare catch to the sea. Number 11. Giant conger eel. The European conger is the world's largest species of eel by weight. The largest specimens have weighed upwards of 240 pounds, 110 kilograms, and measured nearly 10 feet long, 3 meters. But on average, the eel's weight is about 55 pounds, 25 kilograms, while measuring around 6.5 feet, 2 meters. So there was a lot of excitement in Devon, England, when an eel was captured that weighed 130 pounds, 59 kilograms, and measured an astonishing 20 feet, 6 meters. Plenty of people were impressed with the big prize. However, there was just one problem. It was later revealed that the eel wasn't a 20-footer at all. Its true length was about 7 feet, 2.1 meters. While the illusion was created by a trick of perspective, the weight was verified as correct. So it was still an impressive catch, even if some details were a bit fishy. Number 10. The fish fear Frank. If you're not familiar with the name Frank Mundus, he was a legendary sports fisherman credited with hauling in some of the biggest beasts in the sea. In 1964, he captured a great white that weighed 4,500 pounds, or over 2,000 kilograms, and measured about 20 feet, 6.1 meters. And he did so by using a harpoon, something worthy of Captain Ahab. He's also credited with capturing the largest fish ever with rod and reel. That particular great white weighed 3,427 pounds, or over 1,500 kilograms, and measured some 17 feet long, 5.2 meters. It's a record that still stands today. Did you know that Mr. Mundus was said to have been the real-life inspiration for the character of Quint in Jaws? Number 9. Opafish. Given their near-circular shape, they're also known as moonfish. They're known for that shape and for displaying a distinct reddish-orange coloration. There are two species, the larger of which can grow to around 600 pounds, 272 kilograms, and more than 6.5 feet long, 2 meters. They're considered to be prized trophies for deep-sea wranglers, but are rarely caught by recreational fishermen. Still, in 2014, 3 fishermen in Southern California each hooked and landed an opalfish on the same day in the same boat almost simultaneously. What really makes this fish an amazing catch is its heart, which is warm. In 2015, it became the first warm-blooded fish ever discovered. Number 8. Stoplight loose jaws. The look of these critters makes you glad they're rarely seen. These small dragonfish dwell in the deep seas, but they've turned up in fishing nets on occasion. Relative to their small size, experts say they have one of the widest gapes of any fish, allowing them to swallow up larger prey. It's the unique open structure of their jaw that inspires part of their common name, loose jaws. And what about the stoplight reference? That's due to the bioluminescent photophores, which allow the animals to emit red and green lights, similar to traffic signals. Number 7. Megamouth shark. Initially discovered in 1976, the megamouth shark has been sighted or captured about 100 times since. They're easily distinguished by features not seen in other sharks. The animals have large heads and rubbery lips that may be embedded with photophores. Experts say the animal's mouth can open more than 4 feet wide, 1.3 meters. The most recent report we could find of a megamouth being captured occurred in 2019 off the coast of Taiwan. That specimen weighed 1,349 pounds, or 612 kilograms, and measured 11 feet long, 3.5 meters. It may have been a juvenile, since these animals can weigh twice as much as adults. After it was captured, the shark was sold for seafood because there were no regulations protecting that species in Taiwanese waters. Number 6. Eel gobies. Fishermen in eastern China reeled in this bizarre creature from a lake. Chances are you've seen its picture pop up online. The pale, eel-like animal had a long body with razor-sharp teeth in a large head with no eyes. Most sources eventually identified it as belonging to a family of eel gobies. The fish are amphidromous, meaning they regularly migrate from freshwater habitats to the sea. With their strange coloration and needle-like teeth, the creatures have an odd resemblance to the xenomorph from the Alien movies. But that resemblance notwithstanding, these scary fish prefer to munch on crustaceans and small invertebrates. They're not known for chowing down humans. Number 5. The biggest ever catch. According to our research, the largest fish ever caught was a huge white shark that tipped the scales at 2,664 pounds. That's 1,208 kilograms. Now the caveat is that it's the biggest fish that was approved as a world record by the International Game Fishing Association, or IGFA. That massive beast was captured off Ceduna, Australia in 1959 by an angler named Alfred Dean. Needless to say, that was quite a catch. Number 4. Ocellated icefish. Found in the southern ocean of the Antarctic, these fish often get entangled with catches of krill and become bycatch. They're notable for several unusual physical traits, including their lack of scales. They're probably better known for having transparent blood. That's something regarded as highly uncommon for vertebrate species. The anomaly is due to the creature's lack of hemoglobin, the protein that gives most blood its red coloration and supplies the bloodstream with oxygen. The only place they're held in captivity is at the Tokyo Sea Life Park. Research is still being conducted on them, but for now it's unknown how these fish can survive without hemoglobin. Number 3. Biggest black marlin. The black marlin is not only one of the largest marlins, it's also one of the largest bony fish in the world. So maybe it shouldn't come as a huge surprise that a member of the species caught in Cabo Blanco, Peru, weighed an amazing 1,560 pounds, 708 kilograms. According to eyewitness accounts, the huge billfish jumped from the water almost 50 times before it succumbed. An angler named Alfred Glassell Jr. set this record in 1953. Ironically, Glassell set a record a year earlier with a black marlin that weighed over 1,000 pounds, 459 kilograms. But that record was broken mere days after his achievement, with the marlin weighing more than 1,500 pounds, 680 kilograms. The fisherman more than made up for that, with a record that still stands after 6 decades. Number 2. Remora fish. Shark sucker. Sometimes you don't have to go after a fish, because the fish will come and attach itself to you. The remora are easily identified by their dorsal fins, which form a modified oval-shaped organ that can open and close to create suction. By doing so, the fish can firmly affix themselves to larger marine animals, like sharks, hence their nickname, sharksucker. They can also latch onto boats and even to divers. Fishermen will use the remora's suction ability to catch turtles from the water. The fisherman will tie a cord or rope around the remora, then throw it in the water. The fish will typically head directly toward the turtle and affix itself to the shell. Then both the remora and the turtle are pulled back to the boat. Number 1. Ocean Sunfish. They're equally well known as mola mola. From Latin, the name translates to millstone, which is what the creatures somewhat resemble thanks to their shape and texture. It just as easily resembles a fish head with a tail attached. Weighing more than 2,200 pounds, 998 kilograms, they rank as the heaviest bony fish in the world. With their fins extended, they can be as long as they are tall, which is about 6 feet, 1.8 meters. But they can get even larger than that. A specimen was caught by fishermen in Indonesia that exceeded 6 feet and weighed about 3,100 pounds, 1.4 metric tons. In 1910, a huge critter was caught off the coast of Santa Catalina Island in California. Our sources indicate that that individual weighed some 3,500 pounds, 1.5 thousand kilograms. But the largest specimen to date, as documented by Guinness, was caught in 2002. That one measured some 10 feet, 3 meters, and weighed 4,400 pounds, just off 2,000 kilograms. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit that big red subscribe button and click the bell for notifications for our next exciting episode right here on Epic Wildlife.